Hey guys, Ningen here bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we are going to take Android 13 and the Target Goku team into the Legendary Goku event. Obviously we've been talking about Android 13 and his best sort of setup, what he can do best and where, and it obviously is ultimately the Legendary Goku event. I'm going to put 17 here because I want him to get hit and get his thing built up straight away. So I did manage to find another 69% friend, so both of the Android 13s on the team have one dupe. I didn't check his build because all the other ones were only 55%, so obviously I'm going to take him. Even if he'd given him something weird like 9 dodge, I mean it's still better than bringing a 55% one, so we will see how we can get on. So obviously, as we talked about, 13 is made to fight against Goku. Literally, like in the show and the game, because he gets a guaranteed crit when he's fighting him. He also, this is not against Goku specifically, but he disables enemies' guards, which means he will never hit into type disadvantage, essentially. So he's going to be really useful even on the tech stages, which is really good. And then, of course, he does get a buff per target Goku ally on the team, which everybody is. That's obviously once transformed. Until he transforms, he's just kind of standard. He's attacking defense 130% and giving a small buff to android category allies, which obviously, as you can see, the team is not fully made up of androids. It's very cool that you can run them on this team. So we do have a rotation of Golden Frieza and the new STR Cooler, and they're going to work very well together. Cooler obviously not as great defensively at 55% as mine is, but he still is going to be very good. Once transformed, he of course infinitely stacks his attack, so that's going to be nice. We're not going to transform him here since he is a support unit for transformation boost currently, which is what we want. So let's do this. Damn. I didn't check to see how those would fall, because getting a super with Cooler would have been good, because at this point in the event Goku can still be attack lowered, so that probably would have been pretty handy considering he is going to hit Cooler at the end. But look at that, Super 17 coming in with the additional. I don't know if I've actually ever taken Super 17 into the Legendary Goku event now that I think about it, because I know I did a run with androids at some point, but I'm not sure if I actually did bring him. I was thinking about bringing the LR androids, because I really like them, the physical one, obviously not the AGL one. But unfortunately, at 55%, they do get a little bit manhandled, like most of the way through the event, unfortunately. Because even against like the blue Super Saiyan 3 Goku, I was trying a run yesterday, and they're taking like 25k from normal attacks, which obviously is not really what you want. This isn't a sort of normal textbook Legendary Goku event team build, because I haven't like filled the team with units that infinitely stack their defense, but I think we'll still get on perfectly fine here. Obviously 13 is going to finish off Goku here, no problem. And then we'll start seeing some transformations coming up in the next few turns. So floated Cooler off, so he'll be back on the next one. Transformation for Android 13. So this is where the fun begins. This is where we're going to start getting guaranteed crits. And of course we've got the support here now from these guys. I'm going to have to do this. Hopefully Super 17 can tank this reasonably well. We are getting the support from these guys, because I did bring these guys mainly for the fact that just by being on rotation with the untransformed 13 once, they then forever for the rest of the event we can see where Goku's super attacks are going to be, which is incredibly useful. And now that 13 is transformed, if they're ever on rotation with him, they're giving everyone else 30% attack and defense. Now, unfortunately, that does mean that when they float onto the rotation of Cooler and Frieza, they don't really do anything, or at least they don't do anything to support. Like, they're still a fairly solid unit in themselves. But that's fine. I feel like that trade-off is worth it, just for the ability to be able to see super attacks. Like, it allows you to plan out your turn so well. And there's that level 3 dodge. You know I gave my 13 level 3 dodge. So It had to be done. I don't even remember what I gave him, because because he gets guaranteed crits against Goku, I didn't want to go super heavy on the crit. But also I only have one dupe, and I'm not sure, has he been back on a banner on JP? Like, we don't know when he's next going to be available again. So I didn't want to go too crazy. Let's see. Might as well check mine and the friend while I'm here. Yeah, so I went with 8 additional, 6 crit and 3 dodge. Because obviously he doesn't get the auto crits when you're not fighting Gokus or when he's not transformed. So I thought that would be pretty decent. Obviously if I get a second dupe at some point, I will give him a bit more additional. And then the friend... Oh yeah, see, the friend went with 9 crit and 3 dodge. So unfortunately in this event, since we are going to get guaranteed crits from this point out, the level 9 crit is kind of a waste, which is why I went for that little bit of extra additional with mine. So yeah, transform with Cooler. Never get sick of seeing this. And now Cooler, of course, going to be getting guaranteed crits as well. Potential to additional attack. So very, very good. And then we can do this for you. So we're getting our health back like as quick as we're losing it, pretty much. And we are building towards the Dokkan attack. We'll probably get it during the Super Saiyan 3 stage. Depends how quickly we can take him out, I guess. But I think we probably won't finish off this Goku this turn. Well, maybe we will actually. Cooler and 13 are both getting guaranteed crits. Which is pretty ridiculous when you think about it. Like, them two together fighting against a Goku. They're both getting guaranteed crits. So that's pretty solid. And yeah, 13 gonna finish him off here. I wish they'd given him an active skill where he just grabs the opponent by the leg and punches him in the groin, like in the movie. But there you go. So, so we take him out with the big crit, and then we'll go on to Super Saiyan 3. And no super this turn. Okay, we take that. So I'll give you this. What I'll do, I'll try and avoid the Dokkan attack as much as possible here. Because if we could finish off Super Saiyan 3 Goku before we get it, that would be super useful. So let's see what we can do here. I mean, 17 almost at a 2 mil. I know, like, obviously we always memed about 17. That's why he became, like, the mascot of the channel. But I do think, unfortunately, he's one of the 120 leads that didn't hold up quite as well. There are definitely a couple, like Cooler, definitely held up a lot better. The Super Saiyan 4s kind of got replaced by LRs, but they are still very good on the respective other LRs team, mainly because of their links, I guess. But yeah, at some point in the far future, because I think we're still quite a way away, but at some point in the far future when they start giving those 120 leads easy A's, Super 17 is going to be really good on like every team he can run on, I think. So hopefully they do that, because you never know, they could screw him over. But let's do this, and then so we couldn't get a super with Frieza, which is disappointing, because we would have killed him this turn if we did. So why does my cat always wait until I'm recording to make the most irritating noises? He just wants to be a star. He only ever makes weird noises when I'm recording. So shout out to Pickles in the comments. Great name, I know. I don't know if I've ever even mentioned that actually on a video, or maybe if it was only on stream. But yes, my cat is called Pickles, named after the drummer from Death Clock. So if you haven't ever seen Metalocalypse, you should check that out. But I could pretend that Pickles is short for Piccolo, actually. Make it Dragon Ball Z related, but I would be lying. So, but yeah, unfortunately we don't finish him off this turn, which means we have to eat another super attack, which is actually really annoying. I'm very disappointed. But we are going to get a guaranteed crit on the Dokkan attack, so we are going to take a super and then potentially heal up to full almost immediately. But yeah, not getting that super with Frieza cost us the finishing off Goku and getting the Dokkan attack against the God phase. But oh well, we'll have to make do with what we got. We'll get a nice big Dokkan attack here, which like I said is a guaranteed crit, so we are going to get a decent heal. Maybe to 4, I don't know, we're just under half. I mean, it doesn't really matter, because with the little bits of like metamorphosis link and stuff that we have on the team, it won't be too long to get back to full health if we're not on full health after this Dokkan attack, so we should be fine. Let's have a look at the timer here. So we're just past 10 minutes and we're getting to God Goku. That's not too bad. Obviously, we've seen some of the slower teams, depending on how you build them, some of the other categories. You can take anywhere from like 45 minutes to an hour to beat the Legendary Goku event. And then there's teams like Siblings Bond or some of the other more ridiculously powerful ones, Kamehameha, where you can just do the whole thing in like 15 minutes or less. I think, was it the speed run for this Legendary Goku event is under 10 minutes. So, pretty crazy. No super this turn. It's always nice to know that there's no super coming, because we don't have to worry about how we plan out our rotation, because from this point onwards Goku's attack can't be lowered, so I do definitely need to be careful with how much damage Cooler is potentially going to take. He does have a very high defensive buff, but yeah, see, he's starting to take almost 12k. That's not ideal, but we'll see how we can get on. Metal Cooler should be fine. Obviously, after his Easy A, he has super high stats. Plus, after his Easy A, he stayed being just a support unit, so I did leave him with the Hidden Potential build that I'd given him before we knew those units were getting Easy A's, which is a full 20 dodge. So hopefully that will come in clutch. The androids are getting supered on the back end here. There's not really much I can do to change the rotation. I don't want them sort of on main rotation, but they are on this rotation with the Transform 13, so they are giving everyone a buff. Yeah, see, Super 17 taking 30k from Tech God Goku. That's not great. I might switch out Super 17 with the free-to-play androids once we finally get to Int UI Goku. Obviously, he's going to be good against the STR UI Goku, whilst we need to keep them hidden. But then I think once we get onto the Int one, we can probably swap them over, because then they'll be on rotation with the Transform 13 the whole time, so they'll be getting their full buff as well as providing support. I mean, 5,000 from normal attacks is actually really not bad at all. That's actually pretty solid. So we will finish him off this turn. So let's do this. And there's no super attack, so we actually don't need to use an item. See, that ability is just so good. It's why it's a shame that the Piccolo isn't on more categories, because the Dokkan Fest Piccolo has the ability to see enemy super attacks, and it is a really, really useful ability, especially in events like this. But like, that Piccolo just doesn't fit on any teams that I want to run. Like, if he was, I mean, obviously he can't because he's Piccolo, but if they made that exact card but it was a Saiyan, so it was on like pure Saiyans, one of the Goku or Vegeta families, like maybe Kamehameha, or like, he'd be so much more useful. But it's a real shame because his card is decent, but it just doesn't have as much use. I would have liked to have pulled a copy of him on this banner, but obviously, as you guys know, I only did the PLAF ticket and then just dipped because we pulled 2 Android 13s. So I think 13 is actually going to be tanking better than Super 17. So let's do this. Grab those, and then we will go ahead and... what shall we use here? Let's use... we know we're taking a super attack this turn, and then we have... actually, I am going to use this, because we have Cooler on the next rotation. And I feel like once we get to Blue Goku, 55% Cooler with type disadvantage, he's probably going to take like 60-70k from normal attacks. So I think we can mitigate that a little bit by using the Android 8 item, and then we should be all good. So nearing 14 minutes on the record timer. Hopefully, if we can finish off this Goku quickly... oh, additional super, that's what we want. Get those guaranteed crits. If we can finish off this Goku quickly and get to STR UI Goku by around the 15-minute mark, then that's pretty decent timing. Yeah, the double supers with him is massive because of the guaranteed crits. And then Super 17, he's trying to keep up. And then at least now with the item active, yeah, he tanks for double digits. So I think Int Metal Cooler should as well. It just comes down to whether or not we get this 20% dodge chance for this super attack. So of course we get it for the normal attack. And then we don't get it for the super attack, of course. Why would we? So he's just going to take 200k. Why not? So now I think we have to use another item, which is annoying. Well, so he can't super unless he takes all the red orbs. Okay. So give you those. Give you those. And then, you know what, actually, let's use this. Because this is something I don't know. I don't know if I even meant to bring the Future Bulma. So we'll up our attack and hope we can maybe finish him off in this turn, since the Android 8 is still active anyway. Because this is going to massively help out the damage for both Frieza with the type advantage and Cooler with that guaranteed crit. So we might actually... Cooler might finish him off here, which would be very beneficial. Ooh, 2.7, yeah, I think he will. And then we carry over that attack boost into the next round, which is going to be really good, actually, because we've got our double AGL androids rotation against Goku. So look at that. Super didn't actually do as much damage to him as I thought, thanks to Blue Goku's massive defense. But we get the additional super, which pushes Cooler up to 2.9, and then that finishes him off. So Cooler coming in clutch there with the built-in additional as part of his passive, because obviously remember mine is only 55%, so he can't additional normally. So okay, so Goku's gonna super. I mean, yeah, look at their defense is like 3 times Super 17, even though he has damage mitigation. But yeah, that is it's a pretty big difference there. So let's do this. We don't have a defensive item active, but I don't think we need one. Normal attacks for everyone on this rotation should do very little damage here. So let's see. How much damage are we going to do? Oh yeah, nearly 2 mil. Not bad. And then the super from him... 100k. Wow, still 100k. Okay. Okay, I see. So... let's see. That's not too bad. Hopefully Super 17 is... Wow, really? Damn. They're making my boy Super 17 look bad. Look at this. 12k from type advantage. Wow. That's very disappointing. They need to buff Super 17 immediately. I'm surprised that... Well, I guess I'm not surprised. He's a unit that no one cares about. I was going to say, I'm surprised we haven't seen a new Android Super 17. I still really want to see a card that is Hellfighter 17 and like GT 17 on the same card, and then they fuse into Super 17 with like either an active skill or just a certain number of turns transformation. I think that'd be awesome. So we'll go ahead and use our first Icarus here. Might as well. And then that means... because Frieza was never really going to take any damage anyway. But that protects everybody else on the rotation. Especially because Cooler's taking a super again. And if the previous rotations have proved anything, it's that he doesn't seem to like dodging super attacks. So we'll use the Icarus. Keep ourselves a little bit safe here. Of course, Metal Cooler is giving a big defensive buff to the rotation, so hopefully our STR Cooler here will be fine. Look at that, just a smidgen under 3 million attack stat. So, I mean, we're halfway done with the STR UI Goku already, so that's pretty good. And then, yeah, 1.2 million on him is very decent. 15k, okay. No dodge. Damn, dude. 200k with an Icarus active. Are you actually kidding me? Look at this health. Ooh. Okay, so Icarus is still active, isn't it? So let's use this. Because, yeah, with the Icarus active and the fact that Super 17 has type damage mitigation, he will tank a lot better than usual. Plus, I really want to have 13 linked up with 14 and 15, because he does share some attack links and stuff with them that he doesn't have with Super 17. So, he's up to 2.4 thanks to the support from 14 and 15 as well. That's pretty decent. So, yeah, 13 should finish him off here, I think. And he's taking double digits, that's fine. Come on. Finish him off 13. Yeah, 2.1 million damage. That's what we like to see. So, yeah, we're about to be at 20 minutes and we're at Int UI Goku. So that's not too bad. But, of course, Int UI Goku himself can take forever. So, okay, this is not a good setup. So what we need to do is do this because the super attack is in the middle. And then we're going to have to go ahead and use this straight away. We are going to be building up towards another Dokkan attack very soon though, so that is good. Because we probably are going to need that, because this Icarus will keep us from taking crazy damage. But yeah, Cooler's still taking 20k. We'll go into the next turn, probably pop a Princess Snake. We'll have to see what the rotation is. And then of course, I did want to get 14 and 15 onto main rotation, but since we literally just floated them off last turn, it might be a while until we see them. So, double super from Cooler though, that's exactly what we want to see. Get this nice big guaranteed crit damage here. I mean, the fact that even at 55%, Cooler just puts out like almost 4 million damage by himself against the final stage of the Legendary Goku event. He's definitely a crazy good unit. Even though it took me way too many stones to get one copy of him, I'm still very glad that I went in and actually pulled for him. Because he's just so good. He's one of those units that is incredible, obviously, but like I just love using him. So I've just used him and his team, or used him on other teams so much since I pulled him. So I'm definitely happy about that. And obviously he comes back on Beerus's banner, who I definitely will be summoning for as well. So hoping to get more copies of him the next time he comes around. So okay, we are taking, what is that, 3 attacks in the middle? Yeah, so you're better off in the middle then, I guess. So do this, do this. So we're not taking a super attack. Do we need an item here? I'm not sure whether, I don't know what our defense is like for surviving normal attacks. In fact, you know what I could do? I could use a Princess Snake, because we're gonna soften him up this turn and then get a big Dokkan attack next turn. So I can always use another item next turn, because I'm just not sure about Super 17 and the Metal Cooler, how much damage they're going to take from normal attacks. We probably wouldn't have died. We had like 200 odd HP, but if they start taking like 50k per attack, he attacks so many times, that just puts us in a world of trouble. 13 seems to be tanking perfectly fine, which is really good. Obviously he's kind of showing out a little bit here. Like I said at the beginning, this is what he was designed to do, is to defeat Goku. So he is showing out in this showcase. The fact that he can take double digit damage as far through the event. Obviously we do have an item active this turn, but the fact that he can get as far through the event as he does, taking double digit damage at 69%, is obviously very good. But as I did, you know, sort of talk about in his original showcase, that is the big problem, in that it's kind of the only mode where he does really shine. So what I need to do here is do this and do this, because we want Frieza. If he doesn't get a crit, the Dokkan attack would not do a lot of damage. And then what I'm going to have to do, because I know Frieza can tank perfectly fine, I'm going to use yeah, I'll use the Princess Snake, because we the Android 8, because we know we're not taking a super, so defense is still relevant. If anyone other than Frieza was going to take a super attack this turn, then obviously the Android 8 doesn't really help all that much. But this should at least allow us to survive, and then the Dokkan attack gives us the full heal. So if the Dokkan attack doesn't take him out, which I think he probably has a little bit too much health for it to finish him off completely, we are at least still going to have an item in the pocket and hopefully full health to finish him off the turn after. So it's giving me a nice slow Dokkan mode. That's exactly what we want. And now, how much has Cooler's attack stat built up to this point? So he's at 2.7 with no support on the rotation. Not bad, not bad. So let's see what we can get out of him here. We want to see nice big damage, and then if he wants to go ahead and do that additional, you know, 3.3, not bad. Okay, so he did do the additional, but it was only a normal attack. Yeah, see, he's still taking 30k. These guys should be okay though, I think, because they got the type advantage, they got decent defense, we got an item active. Yeah, 14, that's not too bad. I mean, I wasn't expecting double digits, so that is not bad at all. Definitely better than Super 17 for this particular... Oh god, look at this. Okay, so super attack in the front. Of course you would, Goku. So, we've got to go ahead and use this, even though we are on full health. This gives us the 1 turn of damage mitigation, but it isn't a huge amount. That is the problem with Princess Snake. So, hopefully, the fact that we're going to be getting double guaranteed crits from our Android 13s is going to be enough to see us through. 13s are both going to take next to no damage from the normal attacks. This will probably still hurt quite a bit though, even with the Princess Snake active. 100k. Actually, that is a lot less than I thought. That's not bad at all. So, because Princess Snake is definitely the weakest of those defensive items. But, yeah, we're going to be done with this. Hopefully Super 17 gets a crit. That pretty much guarantees the W, because we know 13's getting one. Okay, he didn't. Oh, that means it's going to be cutting close. We should be fine though, because we know Android 13 is going to take double-digit damage. And then the next rotation we have Golden Frieza with his full passive active. So even if 13 doesn't finish him off... Oh, come on. Look at this. There's like no health bar there. If he's super attacking in the first slot, I swear. I mean, we still win, but like, wouldn't that be typical? Okay, he isn't. How many attacks are there? 3. Oh, wait, he can dodge. I was going to say I might do something dumb and put Cooler in the first slot, just so we can see that beautiful super attack animation and the fact that he'll easily hit over 3 million attack stat on this rotation. But he will take like 70k from normal attacks, so I just realised if Goku dodged his super, then we would probably die. So we'll go ahead and let Golden Frieza try and finish things off, which he does. And there we go. So Cooler would have been okay. But, you know, you never know how it's going to go with RNG. We did not get very good luck with our dodges against supers. That Metal Cooler dodged how many normal attacks? But, like, no super attacks at all in the entire run. So, overall, not bad. 25 minutes is a good-ish time. Well, 27 is a good-ish time. As you can see, my personal best is 24. I've not really ever gone for a speed run. I believe that was with Siblings Bond. Which, of course, now that I've rainbowed the Go Bros, probably could be a lot quicker. Maybe I'll do that as a video. Try and see how fast I can go through this. Probably won't be like a record or anything, but we'll see how quickly I can get it done. But there you go. That is the Target Goku team. So 13 was incredible, was the MVP. Very, very good in this event, but obviously not really worth pulling for him just for that one reason. Obviously, Golden Frieza, we always know he's going to be good. Cooler did okay. Obviously, a bit of a defensive liability. Metal Cooler was very impressive until we got to the later stages. And then, obviously, he does take quite a bit of damage. Bit sad that Super 17 didn't quite look good in this event. But, you know, kind of goes to show he's a very old unit. He has... His damage mitigation percentage isn't that high. And then his natural defense is not that high as well. So, it kind of doesn't help putting those two things together. But, you know, he's still our boy. And then the free-to-play 14 and 15 were pretty decent as well. So let me know what you guys thought down below. Have you done the Legendary Goku event with this team? And let me know how you got on. And yeah, I'll probably try and do a speedrun video for this at some point over the next couple of days. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. You can follow me on Twitch or join my Discord. The link is in the description below. And I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.